Ooh, look at this big one coming in. I don't know if y'all can see him. Yes, I see you. I see you. I see a head. I see the light came on. Look at it. Look at that, y'all. It's like an imp. You see it? Sticking his head out. I have been very, like, just guarded and protected. Almost like in a sense of being fed up. Like I'm tired of pouring out but not receiving. And then I realized that I had this listen, y'all, this black moon is today is very powerful. I don't know who can resonate with this, but baby, when I tell you, I realized that I have been suppressing dark energy. I thought I was supposed to do that, to be divine light, you know, do not entertain those parts, but it's not. And here's the thing, I had to think about it. Why did I think these parts of me that I've been suppressing was dark? Because society has demonized it. That's why. That's just like me, you know, acknowledging the divine spirits and celestials and creatures and beings and ETs and gnomes that have been coming around me, and others saying, oh, those are fallen angels. Why does it have to be demonic? But you know what? It's like when I tell you I feel like I'm breaking free right now. This overwhelming, powerful, I know y'all see them in the trees. This powerful force is like rising up. It is, and I realized that learning from Lilith, like I rather be demonized than to be held back and not operate in my fullest potential. Like I'm done. Like I can't, y'all, when I tell you I can't do it no more. I'm hurting myself like this. You know, I edit my videos. There's times that I don't even do the video because I'm like, you know, people aren't going to support this. This isn't going to resonate with people. Who cares if it resonates? If it's something that is your truth, let it be. You know what I'm saying? Because you really rather have people that resonate with you than people that don't resonate with you. And when you cap yourself, when you put yourself in that box or hold back, you're really attracting people that resonate with that fakeness. They resonate with that you shrinking your light, you shrinking your truth and who you are. That's what you're bringing in. That's the energy that you're pulling in. Like, I don't want that no more. I'm so done, you guys. Like, when I say I break free, man. And I learned the black moon Lilith happens every 9 months. This is every year. But 2026, remember, what did I say? 2025 was preparing us, to choose you. Yes, choosing you means putting you first. This is so powerful for me, you guys. Hold up, because baby, when I tell you they out tonight, and I got an awesome video of, oh my God, a group of them, y'all, came in right here. You can see all the little tiny lights on them this morning. And a whole light ship popped into. It was just awesome, y'all. But when I tell you what I really, really, really got like strong in my spirit, you can't expect people to value you, to know your worth, if you don't recognize it. You have to recognize your own worth. And carry yourself in that way. It's not about, see, I'm such a humble spirit. But I realize, no, I'm not. I am a powerful spirit. It is my ego. It is my pride. It is my self-pleasing ways. It is that suppressed energy that You know, I'm forever apologizing for something I don't need to apologize for. The thing that makes you who you are, the thing that you suppress, this ability, this uniqueness about yourself. Maybe people made fun of you kids, you know, when you were younger, whatever. Listen, I have been, when I tell y'all, man, I'm going through one of the most powerful transformations of my life. Like, this is so liberating. I have, y'all, when I tell you, I got gods coming to me, Ezekiel, all of them, Lazarus, they're popping in, you guys, they're popping in. Nun, Ra, all of them, they are popping in. And you know, here's the thing, like, and people are like, why you? Y'all didn't know about none of this stuff. I did not choose them. They chose me. The ancestors chose me. And I let my fear for the longest hold me back. And also fear, a lack of understanding, and allowing others to demonize it. What was so beautiful, so divine. And all it is jealousy and people not understanding or comprehending what is happening. Because it's not happening to them. I've experienced so much just living in this house. But even before this house, y'all, I got stories I can share. That's why, like, when this started happening to me, you know, I didn't know what to think over the years of the other stuff. But when this started happening, that's when I realized everything that I have experienced has been real. It is real. And I'm over trying to convince others that this is real. Because what I learned and I understand today, it is what they say, the 144,000 will sing a song of frequency. That's that God frequency. Everybody can't tap into that. And here's the thing. Some people are like, oh, well, you tapped into it. No, I didn't. It is my birthright, y'all. It is who I am. I was born into it. But I have been conditioned. I have been programmed. I have been taught how to talk, how to walk, how to think. You understand what I'm saying? So that caused conflict. It caused conflict. So when I was having those divine encounters, I didn't know how to take it. And I always say this, my mother had me rebuking my help. It is those, what they say in the scripture, it will be those who can hear and those who can see. Why would the scripture say that? Let those who can hear, hear, and those who can see, see. Because everybody can't see and hear spirit. Y'all, I stopped sharing. I stopped all of it. Because I didn't feel like people were so caught up in themselves. Returning back home to yourself, not to your ego. You're already in your ego. Okay? So you're coming down back into your heart, your center, into your consciousness, into source. That's what I mean by that. When I say return back to self, I'm not saying become self-absorbed, but basically you do though. But you're not operating through your ego no more. And baby, let me tell you something. That ego is a slow, long process. And just like we go through the soul revival, don't think there's not the ego revival, you know? Because we're counterparts, y'all. There's parts of us that we need to revive. We need to collect. And what is in the way of that? Ego, pride. you know, limiting beliefs. Society will never accept this. I gotta transform this. I gotta conform this. I need to reshape it. I need to repackage it so society will accept it. No, what I'm saying today, what the energy in my body is screaming, fuck that, kick that motherfucker. Like, I mean, I'm coming foul, I'm coming hard, I'm coming. Listen, someone asked me a week ago how I feel about dark energy. My whole outlook has changed and shifted. What do you think? Oh my God. The source is dark energy. That's what holds everything together. We came from dark energy. Man, I'm telling you guys. It is like, listen, y'all remember when I said a lion manifested right there? It was just for a brief moment. It didn't even stay long. It didn't even stay through the whole night. Right here in front of this tree. I'll never forget it. I could search my pictures. I'm pretty sure I got one. A lion manifested there. Celestial, okay? And I saw him. I didn't just see him. I connected. I see a lot of things. I've seen things in my house. I don't connect all the time. Connecting is when that frequency comes into you. When you know, they can be in your aura, your energy field, but that doesn't necessarily mean you've connected to them, okay? When you connect, you're not guessing, you're not trying to figure out who they are and what they're saying. It's like an instant knowing. You may hear a voice, you may get impressions, you may feel sensations, and you know what I'm saying? You may even just vibrate. And then boom, you got this download. It's just there. You connected. You connected and you received. I connected with this lion. And I lost my shit the next day. I woke up crying my eyes out because he was a ruler. Like, how do I say it, Lord? Like, he was judging. And I kept, at the time, that's why it's so important to keep an open mind. I kept saying, you know, man created that. That's not true. I take that back. The gods do judge. Oh, but they do. It's a real thing. They weigh the heart, y'all. Look at this one coming. I doubt if it's a plane. They weigh the heart. Y'all remember that dream I shared about the a hole in the sky opening up? And then the eye, y'all, I refuse to learn anything about the Anunnakis. When I first started sharing, and I apologize, that's probably why I don't have a lot of followers. I don't have 1 million followers yet. Because I rejected knowledge. People perish because of a lack of knowledge. And that's why I was out here in the dark waters for so long. Because I did have limiting beliefs. I did. I refused to acknowledge a part of my, you know, my origins and how the earth was formed and how man was created. I refused that theory because I thought it was people were obsessed with it, just like people became obsessed with the Galactic Federation, and I just didn't want to fall in that category. But I was wrong, and it's okay. I just wasn't ready for it at that moment. I am now. I'm learning the truth now. None, Ra, all of them, Atum. I gotta learn their names, y'all. I believe it. I believe it. You know, Enoch. You know, it's so much. It's so much. Yeah, that's a chopper. It's so powerful. You know, y'all, man. Oh my God. And you know what I keep hearing right now? Because I'm very overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed, you guys. In a good way, though. Like, my heart, y'all. I've been so emotional. Like, it's so much going on in my life right now. But I don't want to think about it. And I just keep hearing Spirit say, trust me. Don't worry about the bills. Don't worry about none of that stuff. They're doing this on purpose because we're elevating you. We're anointing you. You understand what I'm saying? We're getting ready to exalt you. And they're trying to make you lose your footing. They didn't cut my check in half. I can't even pay my bills this month. But I keep hearing Spirit say, let that be. We're about to make you so sufficient. Let that be. You were never supposed to be of this. You're in this world, but you were never supposed to be of this world. You are one of our vessels. You are one of our leaders. Let us guide you. But first, we must restore you. We must renew you and make you perfect. Because you are beautiful and you're divine. And you are powerful. You're a healer. You're a seer. And you will deliver the people out of the hell that they live in. For those who hear and those who can see and those who are willing to answer the call. We will perform miracles and magic in your life. And we will show you who we are. And you will be a witness. So here comes the distractions. Here comes the, you see what I'm saying? Like right when all this is happening, here it comes here. And I mean, they packed a powerful punch. The lungs, you feel me? The infection, just all of it. All of it hit me at once. All of it. I could have got on that phone and cried and appealed and did all this and begging. I'm begging. I'm begging the government that labeled me. Begging the government that has held me in captivity for this little extra money so I can cover my bills. Like, no, man, I'm good. Like I told my boys, you know, listen, I told you there's going to be a time that we're going to be tested greatly, and we're going to have to step out on faith and just follow it. Follow it. Do not go by sight. The dream I had when the eye in the sky, and everybody was heading east, and Spirit told me to go west. And when I came back outside, west was dark. But what I say, that dark energy, right? That's source, right? Right? But I'm being led back into the dark waters. What do you mean? I'm trying to go where the sun is at. But the true sun rises in the darkness. Man, y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. You know how many people hollering, that sun is fake, that, you know, the sky is fake. That was fake, false light. It wasn't real. These people were moving in fear. Listen to me, y'all. They were moving in fear, driven by fear. Y'all see that light over there? It just blinked. There it goes again. I won't say that I wasn't afraid, because I was, but I trusted. I trusted that voice, that spirit. And I wasn't even sure who it was, because I asked. I was taught this. I was taught. If it is not Jesus Christ, you know, like it won't admit it. You know, that's how you tell a demon. Man, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, please. I know this is, you know, breaking free from something that all you know is hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard. We are so conditioned. We are conditioned people. Going through all of this, these beautiful, powerful gods and angels, Peter, Apostle Peter, all of them. Ezekiel, Enoch, the Watchers, they've all come, y'all. They've all have come. Isis, Ra, Ma'at, all of them, Segment. Y'all, I didn't know about none of them. I knew about Moses, but I didn't know about the rest of them. I've always said that. People perish because of lack of knowledge. People perish because of lack of knowledge. You can't grow because of lack of knowledge. We've been restricted from this knowledge. We've been forbidden to read it. We've been told that it is not of God, but it is God. You hear what I'm saying? It is God. It is part of the creation, y'all. Ezekiel. It's just, I don't know, you guys. It's just so much. Like, okay, I always wondered about the stars, even before I started seeing them for what they are. Like, look at that one blinking. I would, like, worship, right? I used to love to worship. I'd go in my basement. This is years ago. I'd be drunk in the spirit. Oh, my God. I think I levitated. Is it moving or is it just me? No, it looked like it was zigzagging. But I would get down there and I would have visions. Man, I remember the first angel I saw on the mountain scared the living crap out of me. I was climbing this mountain. I astral projected during worship, right? And I'm climbing this mountain. I'm on the side of a mountain and I'm climbing. And I see at some point this little, what I thought was little. And that's why I always thought angels look like us. Some of them do, but not all of them. But I saw this like pale Caucasian boy. He had like a hexagon shaped head, if I pronounced that right. Hexagon, you know, like a stop sign shape. And it was like a reddish, I don't know, it was blonde, a little red, curly hair, shorts. You know, I could see his kneecaps. I could see his socks. And so I'm like, he's standing at the top of the mountain. He looked small. He looked like he might have been my size. When I got all the way up there, I was about to, like, you know, get up, like, onto the top. And I looked up again because I didn't see him. You know, I wasn't looking up. When I looked up again, he was a giant. He wasn't 4 or 5 feet tall. He was like probably about 20 feet. He was tall, y'all. He was so tall, it scared me. It scared me so bad. I fell back. I fell back like this. And let me tell you, when I say the force of God is with us, man, I should have plummeted all the way to the ground, you know. But I fell halfway down the mountain. And a force like came from my lower back and pushed me back to where I was able to, you know, grab a hold of the mountain again. And there I was, once again, on the mountain, you know, looking. And I looked back up, I didn't see him no more. That was, I think, well, no, I've seen an angel before when I was 12 in person. He came into my room. He literally flew up to my window. I saw his wings and everything. It was a black man. Probably Anunnaki, but this happened when I was 30, the one with the vision I had. Then I was worshiping again, and I levitate. I would levitate. I did all of that, y'all. I got so deep into it, worshiping, just worshiping. Okay, you'd be surprised what that can do. There's healing in it, like miracles happen in your body. I know they say, oh, you know, that's programmed for us to worship. You got me messed up. I will always honor and worship my God. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are, what you say about that. It's just gratitude. It's like singing to the ancestors. The ancestor sings to me. Like, miss me with it, but there's some people that are against it, but they're missing out. So I see a head. I see the light came on. Look at it. Look at that, y'all. It's like an imp. You see it? Sticking his head out. Wow. See that? Wow. Wait till y'all see the video. 6-something o'clock this morning, right here. Oh my God. It was nothing but magical. It was so divine. So, y'all see him? Look at him. It's with the iPhone, y'all. Look him up in the trees. But I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah, I was in a cave. I appeared in a cave, and like I'm towards the back of it, And when I, stood up, I saw, like, as I, you walk out of the cave, they were right there. So this is like somewhere on the side of a mountain. They were right there. Like when you stand out of the cave, it was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. And they had robes on, right? Robes and sandals. And they were standing around this little fire. And I don't know what they were doing. I don't know. I think meditating, chanting. I'm not sure, but I thought at the time it was Yeshua and some of the disciples, right? That's what I thought at the time. And I still don't really know who it was because I couldn't see their faces. Ooh, look at this big one coming in. I don't know if y'all can see him. Yes, I see you. I see you. But I just felt his energy. That's why, and I can feel their energy, y'all. I feel their energy. But they didn't acknowledge. I mean, I felt like the one that could have been Yeshua, he knew I was there. But he didn't lift his head up to look. They continued to keep their head down and do what they were doing. But I walked around them. And I was just observing them. Like, I didn't, like, wow. To have that. I'll never forget it. So when I came back to my body, listen to this, y'all. When I tell you I've been anointed by these, appointed and anointed by some of these most powerful deities, angels, and gods. I got anointed that evening by Yeshua. So when I came back to my body, I'm, on my knees. You know how, like, you kneel down, you sit on the back of your legs, and you have your head down to the ground? That's how I would worship, okay? Anyways, when I came back to my body, I'm still down in that position. He was celestial, I didn't see him there in physical form. But I was there. I opened my eyes, and I saw feet, sandals, walk over to me. Yes. And I was kneeled down at his feet. That was Yeshua. I believe in all my heart that was Yeshua. And I'm going to stand on that. But in front of me was feet and sandals. And I began to weep. And I heard, "Don't cry, my child." And then I felt this, oh man, you talking about a heavy anointing. Fall over my shoulders, y'all. Oh my God. This was 2010. I was 30 years old. The next anointing would come 2020. Isn't it crazy how they do that? In 2010, it was 2000, 2010, and 2020. Powerful years. But anyway, so I felt this heavy. The only word I can say is an anointing. Fall over my shoulders and my head. And then I seen it. It was a shawl. And it was rainbow colors. I'll never forget it as long as I live. He put the shawl over my head and shoulders, y'all. I'll never forget it as long as I live. And how did I fall from that place? You may wonder and ask, right? Oh, when they say guard the eyes and the ears, it is the gateway to your soul. We live and learn, don't we? We live and we learn. I was being called to move to go to Florida for the gospel. And when I say the gospel, I am the gospel. Like, I had the praise, I had the word, I had the anointing. There was something there waiting for me. I think I was going to be exalted there. Spirit, Father said, I will take you to a place, I will take you from being tolerated to a place that you will be celebrated. I am tolerated here. I can't prosper here. I haven't prospered here. So, and I know that. And I've even told the boys, we got to leave. I don't know where we're supposed to go today in 2026, but I know it ain't here. So this is 2010. I said, Father, I was all spirit back then, y'all. When I tell you, I talked to spirit like I talk to y'all 24/7. I didn't even go to the store. When I say I use my spirit, my intuition for everything. And he always put me in places that I was needed. Every time, every decision I made, every move everything, every word I spoke was carefully thought of. Like, it was so powerful during that time. I said, Father, I will go. But I need you to provide a way financially. I got 2 young little boys, 3 and 3 years old and 6 or 7, I think he was like about to be 7, a little hoopty. My car was a hoopty. And, you know, I shopped at thrift stores. That's how I raised my boys. We didn't start getting new clothes until recently. You know what I mean? Like, we've always had hand-me-downs. Always. I've never been able to hold a real job. I've worked as a cleaner because, you know, I have chronic, you know, issues, you know, with my body and stuff, my health. And so I've had 9 surgeries. You know, it's just hard. You know, I've had jobs. I've lost them because, you know, I end up in a hospital or I get sick. So long story short, after that, I let it go. I said, when the money shows up, we'll go, you know. Oh, my gosh. 3 months later, I went from a negative bank account to over $10,000. And what did I do? Well, I brought a car. Now, I went from remember, guard your ears and your eyes. I went from listening to, it's the God in me. Hey, it's the God in me. To, what was the song that I started playing? I can't think of the song, but it's by Lil Wayne. And she looked me like a lollipop. Yep, that pride, that ego came back to life. And it only took one decision, just in a split second. I gave birth to that again. That quick, it entered back into me. Man, y'all, when I tell you how crucial it is to stay guarded, like it don't start feeling yourself. Like, it's okay to feel confident, beautiful, sensual, all of that. But when you start getting that egotistic, like, yeah, look at me now, y'all got money, yeah. Man, I see some of the most humble people on TikTok going viral. Not all of them, but I've seen a few. I ain't gonna name them. They blew up, and you can't even recognize them anymore. Their aura is so disgusting. They let that money go to their head. I seen this one dude, he's like the king at going live in battles. And he's attracted some very wealthy, I guess, older women. That's what I'm thinking. And they sent this man thousands. And he showed his cash app. It's $80,000 in there. He making money off just, and you know, I could tell he had a drug problem in the beginning, but I hadn't seen him in like a year. And he popped up on my For You, and oh my God, he looks like a straight gremlin. And his voice is different. His just, it's bad, y'all. Like, I'm like, who is this man? Like, oh man, it's horrible. Like, wow. And all he kept saying is, man, y'all act like I'm broke. Y'all act like I'm broke. Like, that's why they say money is the root of all evil, but it's not true. It's not the money. It's the person. It's the person. It's not the money, y'all. Money is not real. Let me break this down. Money is not real. Energy, abundance, that is real. That's why we struggle. That's why Spirit's telling me come out of that lack. You are focused on your lack right now. You weren't about paying bills and how you gonna buy groceries and how you gonna do this and do that and pay for this move. You're focused on your lack. And I cannot elevate you. I can't even send prosperity to you right now because you are out. So when you focus on lack, you consume. You become that frequency. You become that energy. You get what I'm saying? For example, my father passed away, okay? It's my daddy's car that I got to sell because it's done now. I put oil in it and it killed it. The lady destroyed my father's car. Just spiteful old woman, but God gonna handle her. But anyways, before my father passed, I was already in alignment for it. And then I got this money magnet necklace, which to me, it tripled the energy because I was in alignment for it. But then I got something that I could touch. And I don't know. It just, the combination, y'all. I believe in my crystals. Crystals are very powerful. The combination was the perfect recipe. And yes, there was some small deposits, but like I say to people, them deposits get bigger as that energy grows within you. You feel me? The more more abundant energy you have that begins to develop in you, the bigger those deposits will get. I had people paying for, it was so weird because it never happened before like that. Like, I would go to the store to pay for something and a complete stranger never seen me before. Here, I got it, huh? Let me do this for you. Like, whoa, getting aggressive. I went to get us something to eat. Dude used his discount. Took 50% off. Like, it was amazing. And I can keep going on and on and on. Like TikTok. When I, sell little stuff on there, I might get, earn a little money. I just kept getting little deposits. And I'm like, this money just started flowing. Then boom, my dad dies. I am next to kin. I'm his, his wife is deceased. I'm his oldest child. Financially, it falls back on me. I wanted to have a funeral for my father. I wanted to bury him, put him in a grave, have a service. We're talking about the cheapest here, 6,000-7,000. I didn't have that. And he didn't look out for me. He didn't get life insurance. And if he did, he didn't leave it for me to bury him. Then the lady had his bank card and she spent half his check. As soon as my father passed, I looked at the bank statement. She started borrowing money on his chime, and she went shopping 4 hours after my father passed. She shopped every day until I came and got the bank card. She was trying to spend all the money up. That, I rest on that. I was like, well, and then I can just, do a GoFundMe and work up. I couldn't do readings, y'all. I couldn't stop crying. That's how I earn my money, by going live and people gifting me, or selling bracelets or doing readings. That's it right there. That's all I got. That's it. I could not hold that energy. I couldn't do it. Before I knew it, I had fell into this despair, this pain. And, I felt like I was dishonoring my father. I felt a lot of things. And I started getting angry that he didn't have the audacity to get life insurance. Like, I don't work, my situation. It's just me and the boys, that I've been going through things lately. Like, what, like, dang, Dad, for real, you couldn't look out for me? You know what I mean? Like, are you serious? Like, So it was just a lot of emotions, and I cried so much that, it was making me sick. It made me very ill. And then I looked up and I realized that no money was flowing anymore. It had stopped. And so then I pulled myself together and I was like, my father been here for 50-some years. It was a lot of people. I just got to get the word out. He's done so many favors. My dad was a very selfish man, okay? But I thought he was only selfish to me. Yeah, right. My dad didn't care about nobody but himself. He's never shown me real love, none of that. He would have a lot of money over there. I remember one time my son's about to start school, elementary, and I didn't have the money to buy shoes. I did thrift store clothes, and I was crying. I said, Dad, he has a hole in his shoe. I can go to Walmart and get a $20 pair of shoes. Well, one of my friends that, messed with my dad, whatever, had a baby by him. I know, long story. My dad was, he liked young women. So she said he had over 1,000. I think she said $2,000. He just he worked on cars. Just finished the car, got paid. And he listened to the voicemail, pulled out a wad of money and started laughing, talking about, shit, I ain't his dad. That ain't my child. Stuff like that, y'all. But yet, here's the thing. He would hit me up. You got $40 your old man can get? I'll pay it back. And I used to, when I tell y'all, every time he asked me, until the end, since I started going through this, once my dad was like, you doing that shit you was doing when you were 12, acting crazy. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I cut that off real quick. You're not going to be the demon in my life. Sorry, not doing it. I used to always come for Christmas, Thanksgiving, always make sure he had food. I would go out there and bring him food before we sat down and ate. Birthdays, Christmas, he never got us anything. My son said one time it was embarrassing. He was like, Mom, why do you do this? I'm getting the gifts together. We're about to take it to him. He said, he's never got us nothing, Mom. He don't even call us on our birthdays. But yet, every birthday, every Christmas, you're running out there to drop him off gifts. And I looked at my son's jaw, and they just had this pain on their face. Like, why are you doing this? And that was the last time I did it. So when I reached out to the public, I had people hitting me back saying, your dad screwed me over too many times. Sorry, can't help you. Nobody. The help that I received was from y'all. I think and his cousins in Georgia, they did one donation. That was it. 2 people that knew my father gave. That was $300. The rest of that money, that came from my support. And I know y'all wasn't giving to my dad. Y'all was giving to me. Because you didn't know my father. Y'all, Sandra, I appreciate you, love, so much. And everybody else that pitched in. Y'all did that for me. You know, that was for me. Because y'all love me. That hurt me so bad. And I realized that. And so I've been trying to get back since. You know. To get back into that energy, that flow of things, you know. It's been something. Other past, it opened up an old can of worms. You know, him leaving here and not, he had the money, he had the resources to take care of. I don't need money left over. Just make sure it's enough to where I could pay for it, and that's okay. He didn't have to make sure I had anything after that. I don't care about that. Just don't have me sit here. I'm trying to, you know, when someone first passes away, it's going to hurt. It hurts. They passed away. Like, don't nobody want to be worrying about how they supposed to bury somebody or pay for it. Then I have family coming at me like, oh, you ain't going to have service? Do you got $2,000? Because I didn't even raise $1,500. I raised $12. And I still owed money. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I wasn't trying to be funny. That was tearing me up. I couldn't do it. But I had to let it go. I still ain't went and picked up my dad. I paid it. Man, I got that shit paid so quick I wasn't playing. I could have continued to GoFundMe, but I said, forget it. I just paid for the basic. I didn't get nothing extra. I brought my urn. That was separate, though. And the necklaces. I splurged a little on that. But now I regret doing that. But it's okay. You know, I hurried up and paid that. Oh, no. When she said, you know, well, this is without the other. Okay, let's do it. Come on. I'm going to get it paid. Let's pay it. Because I needed to get it, you know, because I felt like I had my family watching me. I'm not like them. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not raising money so I can walk away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get to my dad, though. I keep waking up too late, and they're already closed. So she understands my situation, and she's like, he ain't going nowhere. He's in, you know, we got him put up. I've been paid. I got that paid in February, you know? But that's why I took down the GoFundMe and all that. There was no need for it to still be up. I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna go get him, and I'm gonna put him in urn and the necklaces, and when I get the money, I will send them out, because there's some people that want a necklace, but you know, I gotta pay for the shipping and all that. Beautiful little necklaces I got, very beautiful. But you know, I just, like I said, it opened up an old can of worms. Him not making sure that he was taken care of, like I would be okay to do your final arrangements. It was the last slap, you know. And I'm just being real. He had a nasty aura, a nasty energy. He never knew how to be a father to me. And a couple times I caught my father looking at me in the wrong way. The last time I was like 20, 23, 24. And I told him, if you ever look at me like that again, you won't have a daughter. And I meant that shit. And if he ever looked at me like that again, I never seen it. I just saw something light up in my dad's car. Oh my God. Oh, I literally, out of the corner of my eye, just seeing a light. It looked like an orb in there. Just light up. He must be here. Oh, well. But yeah, I told him, because, you know, he liked to be with little 16, 17, 18-year-olds, and he's 80-something years old. I don't got time for that. He's never touched me. Thank God. As a kid, he never did that. But I did catch him looking at me a couple times when I was in my early 20s. And I had to let him know. You know. And it's like, I feel like when he passed away, it was the final F you. You know, when you say you love someone, it's not just a word. You show it. He was very selfish, y'all. Very selfish. And part of me wanted to say F you back and just let him sit and not pay for nothing. I'll take whatever little chump change he had left on his check and put it towards the that funeral, and that's it. And post it. I posted a funeral. Y'all pay on it. Y'all send the money. I'm not doing it. I wanted to do that, but I honored my father because it's who I am. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. That man was never there for me. But I did right by him. I still showed him the utmost respect. Period. Because I refuse to let somebody else's ignorancy, lack of self-love, limiting he was the most closed-minded man I ever met in my life, make me act out of character. It's not the way I was raised. It's who I am. I was raised ruthless. My mother was a redneck hillbilly with a drop of Native American in her. Just a crazy combination. And she was a fighter. My dad was an old, dirty Southern man that liked looking at young girls. I was raised around crack cocaine, alcohol, drinking, violence. I wasn't raised with morals and respect. I didn't even know how to learn. I just learned how to accept and love myself. My mother did coke everything when she was pregnant with me. I have a speech impediment. I have a learning disability. And I have a whole list of health issues because of her neglect and drug abuse that I've had to live with. And she didn't party with my other sisters, but she partied with me. And then my dad attacked her when she was like 7 months pregnant with me. And I'm sure that caused damage to my brain. I am who I am because of me. It sure got nothing to do with how I was raised. And if you ever were to meet my family, you would know that. When my mom died, both my sisters started smoking crack cocaine. Not me. It broke my heart to see them do that. Why would you do that? We grew up around this stuff. We know what it does. Smoke a blunt. Get you a drink. Hell, go to counseling. Go to church. Get the Bible. Cry. Hell, leave the state. Move. Start over somewhere. No, they want to smoke crack. Sitting there looking, just destroying themselves. My sister passed away. Yeah, she was shot, which is another story. But it all boiled down from crack. It was a fight over crack. My sister did so much damage in my name. I had like $200,000 debt from her. She went and got an ID made with her picture, my information. She went to jail in my name. She got a student loan, $5,000 in my name, because they started blowing my phone up right after she passed away for the first payment. I'm like, even graduate. How can I go to college? And he goes, you know, is your name this? I'm like, yeah. He goes, your birthday? Yeah. He goes, okay. He said, no, it's you. And he kept calling. I said, sir, I would not lie to you guys. And he goes, okay, I'm going to repeat this social security number. You let me know if it matches. She did. She was smart. And she had a history. She was facing 10 years in prison for fraud. My sister was beastie when it came to it. She wrote every single number correct except for one. Yep. And as soon as we identified the last number was off, he said, oh, man. Yep, out of $5,000. And they can't penalize me. You can't hold me to it. Because I didn't do it. You know, and if we get down to it, let me see that ID she used, because that ain't me. Well, her boyfriend, her baby's dad, took that and went and brought, you know, spent the whole amount, I guess most of it, and was going to flip it. And she got into it. My sisters, they started smoking it, and the boyfriend got mad. And they're like, wait, we can get the money, we can get the money. It's her money. Why she got to get the money? But that was the situation they put themselves in. And I felt it. That's why I stopped coming around. I felt it. I felt death all around them. You know, when you're doing drugs like that and you're deep down, you're in the gutter. That's where the demons reside. That's that death energy, demonic energy. Yep, I was pregnant with my youngest son, Jaden, 6 months pregnant. And I get the call, and I go over there, and they got it all roped off, and I'm like, where are my sisters at? Because it happened at, my youngest sister moved down the street from her, an apartment. It was at her apartment. I'm like, where are my sisters? Both of them are missing. What's going on? And the detective just kept telling me, go home. I thought I was like leaking, like urine on myself. My water broke that day. I was only 6 months pregnant, y'all. 27 weeks. Jaden has autism. He was not breathing when he was born. For after he wasn't breathing when I was delivering him because they didn't do a C-section. Like, they're going to wait till the last minute. I'm like, shit, his head is sticking out now. Might as well go ahead and finish ripping me open. They didn't even want to cut me. I had a dry birth, man. They held him in for 11 days. I had a dry birth. It tore my insides up. I had to get a full hysterectomy afterwards. But, so he was in distress, and they overdosed us twice with Demerol. Yes, y'all. Like, when I tell you, I'll never forget sitting up on that table and the doctor flushing me. I mean, they was just dropping bags of fluids on me. 3 bags real fast. How do you feel? How do you feel? No heartbeat. No pulse from Jaden. You know, like, they should have, I should have sued the hell out of that hospital. So he wasn't breathing during the process. You know, he was being choked. His head was stuck for a minute. And then finally, one of them went and got some fluid and poured it on me down there. And he popped out after that. I couldn't believe that. My skin was sticking to him. They should have greased him up something. Like, that was horrible. And then for 5 minutes, I watched the clock. Me and this lady, I can't think of her name right now. She adopted my sister's twins, but we were sitting there praying. For 5 minutes, they worked on him, and finally we heard a cry. And I just started crying. I was like, oh my God, thank you, thank you. 5 minutes. Then my son's grandmother called Shone Services because she was acting crazy, talking like, you always crying. My sister just passed away, and I had a baby at 6 months pregnant. I have a right to cry. So I had my friend go get my son. I don't want him around you. You're evil. So she got mad, called Shone Services trying to get my babies taken from me. Just cry. I've been through so much, y'all. So much. My son don't want nothing to do with that woman today either. I used to make him go over there, and he would cry. He was like, Mom, she's evil. She's just evil. She always look at me like, why you take so long to come over here? That's why. Look at you. You're bitter. Evil. We've been through so much, you guys. But I'm so grateful that I'm where I'm at now. And I feel like, and I'm going to end the video on this. Like where I stand right now, right? This is what I feel. I feel like what is in front of me is my truth. It is my liberation. It is my jubilee. It's everything, y'all. My resurrection. Lazarus came. That's symbolic to me. Lazarus came, okay? And I looked up Lazarus. I'm like, what God is named Lazarus? His name's Lazarus. It's not. Lazarus is the one that Jesus raised from the dead. My Lazarus is here. My resurrection is here. Right here. Now all I got to do, remember how I'm like, I got to surrender. Y'all got to surrender. I got to let go. Part of that letting go is the cigarettes, because it's tied into so much. It isn't just a habit. It's a comforter. It is also covering the last parts of me that need to be exposed. When I take these next couple steps, I'll be stepping into my resurrection. Y'all hear me? Do you feel me on that? And when I step into my resurrection, I will be reborn. And everything that has happened and occurred in the past, it's not about forgetting it. I've taken the pain, the heartache of it. It stays behind me. I take the strength. I take the strength with me. I take the wisdom with me. I take the experience with me. Come on now, who am I talking to? Oh, y'all, it's like double dutch. I don't want to do it anymore. It's like, you're like, hold on, I'm about to jump in. Wait a minute. Oh, almost got it. Wait. Come on, man. Time is of the essence here. Like, we don't got time. We don't got time. I don't want to say that. I don't want to put that pressure on myself, but I can't keep playing. I can't keep. Hold on. Spirit will wait for me. Spirit's been waiting patiently for me. Y'all, this started in 2020. We in 2026. Come on now. They know it was a lot. What they did for me this morning, oh my God. After seeing those like little webs, it looked like little floating spider webs come into my room. That was them. Oh, that was them. The little lines of light. Oh, they asked me if I believe in magic. Do I believe in magic? Do I believe in miracles? And they're, this is so wild, because I just heard Spirit say, we're just showing you a glimpse. You have not yet seen what all we can do. This is just a glimpse. You're literally peeking through the curtains right now. Wait till when you step in, when you take them next couple steps and you surrender and you go through that resurrection, the curtains fall back and you will see. You will see it all. Oh, y'all, when I say it's such a divine, magical time, my God. Ooh. I love you guys. If you like to bless me, if I've been a blessing to you, sow seed. Cash App will be in the description. I love you guys. Make sure y'all hit that like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. Peace.